Hello, lovelies. Welcome home. My name is Garrett Gessel. If you haven't been here before, welcome. I'm so excited to have you here at the channel. If you like this video, like it. Like and subscribe. I have my friend Salty here. Say hi, Salty.
Hi.
Salty's one of my best friends. We just went out and got my cord. I got a cord. Well, we got coffee. I shoveled the driveway from snow because I live in Minnesota. It sucks. Don't live here. It's a lot of effort to live here. I don't like it, and I would like to leave eventually. But finished snow blowing, shoveling, all that stuff. We left, got coffee, got the cord so that I can record on a separate thing on my iPad, which is now hooked because I don't own a computer. Hooked into my iPad, I've got my Blue Yeti microphone that I finally got set up that I talked about in my last video. So, let's get right into the meat of things. I know what you're thinking, based on the title. Garrett, is Little Dragon's Cafe really the best game that came out in 2018? The answer might surprise you. No. No, it is not. Absolutely not. Is it a wonderful game? Yes! We're going to start off right here with my recommendation. Play the game. Play like 20 hours into the game, and I know that's a lot to ask, but if you like fun gathering games, if you like good stories, or at least heartwarming stories with characters that are complex and fun to see, you should pick up Little Dragon Cafe right now. LDC is one of my favorite games. I have 100 hours in this game. 100. I'll put it up. Check it out. Well, not a full 100 hours. I'm very close. But it, by far, it's been one of the games that I've played the most next to maybe... what? Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild? The only game that I've played more than those two games are Spore, Galactic Adventures, and Skyrim. That's it. Those are the games that I've played the most out of my entire gaming career, quote unquote. But let's get into it. Little Dragon Cafe has a wonderful story. Basically, you are one of two twins, Rin or Ren, living in a cafe with your mom, who, boom, gets wondrously sick and is dying. And then this old man, Pappy, shows up and he's like, I'm gonna save your mama by giving you a dragon. So, out of nowhere, right at the beginning of the game, your mom is dying. You have this weird old man living in your attic, and you're running the cafe and raising a dragon at the same time. The game's overarching theme is making friends, persevering, and putting others first is a true magical power. That's it. That's the entire idea of the game. And as you progress through the storyline, with all these bright, vibrant characters, a ghost, a cyborg man, a vampire, and then an elf who is running away from home, but he's like 100 years old or something, but he looks like a teenager. He walks around with a guitar on his back, and he becomes part of your company. Kind of company. Your cafe. He is one of the servers with Panama, who is this crazy lady who gets really angry, but she's also one of the best workers in your cafe. She wants to open up her own cafe. You're working with your sister or brother, whichever you choose, Ren or Ren. And then you're also working with Lekola, this wonderful, rich, really like stylish orc that shows up at your cafe. And you get to learn about them and their lives and what they're learning in their lives and help them work through issues, like with the vampire. I'm not going to talk too much about it because I don't want to give away the game. But the vampire is struggling with memories that are hurting her and how to get past those and how to resolve those issues. She remembers her mother. Or a girl's mother, apparently. Apparently she's not her. She is a vampire who somehow got into the body of this little girl. That's what she tells you. And it's you helping her discover who she is to this girl, who she is to this mother that she's dreaming about, having memories of, and it's really heartwarming to see what happens to these characters. It's absolutely lovely. There are themes with every single character to don't be a martyr, take care of yourself first so you can take care of others. There is don't be a frickin' racist. There is give credit to where credit is due, meaning your elders, your parents, your family, people who have helped you and raised you. Give credit to where credit is due. You get so many wonderful themes, and it's not just that. Let's talk about the gameplay. Because aside from the stories being the absolute draw of the game, there's some wonderful mechanics to this game that I need to talk about. Aside from the wonderful art style that looks like it was hand-drawn with colored pencil, which gives it this little life that you just needed for something so casual and relaxed as Little Dragon Cafe. So, let's explain what kind of gameplay it is. It is a story-based RPG life simulator. Kind of. That's how I would explain it. So a lot of it is going out, harvesting ingredients, and exploring the world that they've laid you in. And what's great is it puts the next biome or the next area in front of you as if you could reach it. As if you could just jump the right way. If you could almost make it, you could get to the next area. But you can't. You legitimately can't. You have to level up your dragon, take care of your dragon, raise your dragon, and get further in the story. You have to help your cafe's reputation. As your dragon grows, the farther you can go, the better ingredients you can get, the better food you can make. Making a dish is a musical rhythm game where you choose out the ingredients you want, and it does affect how many stars your ingredients have will affect the stars in your plate, which does not affect the name of your plate. How well you execute the game is what determines what kind of plate you make. Your ingredients determine how good that plate is, basically. So you can have a regular dish, a flavorful dish, a wonderful dish, or a supreme dish. There's one more that I don't remember, and it doesn't matter because you'll never get as 2-star, unless you're really, really bad, but like kind of getting the ideas of the mechanics. After you make the food, music rhythm based, after you make the food, you will be playing Diner Dash. You'll be running up to your customers, taking their order, bringing the order to Lucala, getting the order, bringing it to the customer, and then cleaning up their stuff. All the while, your employees will be slacking, having poor priority choices, and getting in your way. Yeah, when you are grabbing somebody's dishes, and so happens that Billy is also taking a dish out, you will run into Billy, and you will not be able to get around Billy. Billy will push you. That sucks, but it's kind of realistic. It's not a realistic game, but it does give you that experience of where, one, your employees are going to slack on you. You're going to have to keep them in line, and that's really important. Second, they're going to get in your way all the time. You're going to have to dance around them all the time, and you're going to have to watch where you think they're going to go so you don't run into where they're going, so you don't do that little dance where you're like trying to get past them. You have to watch them. That's really important. And yeah, it can be a little frustrating, but every game has that little piece that annoys you, and I think that's the only place where I get annoyed. However, I think one of my favorite parts of Little Dragon Cafe is the exploration of this game. Sorry, I just had cheesy gordita crunch. The exploration is so much fun! You get to explore this seemingly vast world. It's a very small but expansive world. So, it seems big because as you walk around with little baby dragon, who I named Matza, but I don't know what his regular name is. So Matza was running around with me, and I would reach this ledge where I could almost get on it, but I couldn't quite, and I thought that if I just played a little bit better, even though Little Dragon Cafe is really not a performance-based game, I thought if I just did it a little bit better, I could get on to that ledge, but of course not. That's not how the game works. The game works through story progression. So as you work your way through the story, your dragon grows. You feed your dragon, changes color. That's irrelevant, but it's still cool. Mine's yellow. Yellow's my favorite color. You raise your dragon, and then finally it gets to a teenager. It can move rocks. And then you have it move the rock, you jump up, and you get to the next area. And then your dragon grows more, and then you can fly on it. But then it doesn't have enough stamina to get to this one area that you really want to get to, because it's like the highest point in the game. And then your dragon gets as big as it possibly can, and you can roam the entire area, and the view from the top is well worth the wait. So basically what I'm saying is that I love Little Dragon Cafe, but there are some people who won't. It is not something that is intense. You might even get bored sometimes. The story has to be what drives you. If you love fun characters, like a ghost who likes to prank you, or a vampire that drinks not blood. I still don't know what that vampire drinks, but it drinks something, and I know it. Or a cyborg. A famous scientist cyborg learning about how not to be a martyr, you should pick up Little Dragon Cafe. Because I have found a home in these characters. There are 12 spectacular characters that you get to meet and learn to love. Some of them stick around after you have their story. They come back and they're part of other characters' stories. They come back to your cafe, they eat, you can talk to them, and they talk about matzah, they talk with you about how your mother is, and then eventually, save your mom. It's a heartwarming story, and I really think you should give it a test drive. If you're looking for a shoot 'em up, a beat 'em up, any of that kind of stuff, don't pick it up. But if you want to warm your heart a little bit, take the time. Thank you so much for sticking around with me. I'm so excited to have you here. If you don't come back, fine, but I'll miss you. So like, subscribe, hit the little bell, ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling, and I will see you next time. Can't wait.
Hey everybody, so I just finished recording a video for next week about some really dope sodas from this really cool soda shop. Please come back for that. Please hit like and subscribe, and I will see you next week.